So there's a bit of a limbo at the moment. Hilal look like they've been put in the hat for the draw, and Asante Kotoko look like they've been thrown out. No official statement of being thrown out has been put out there. We've got Ghanaian journalist and Ghanaian Premier League commentator who does know his way around Ghanaian football very well. Ghanian Smith joins us on the show today. Hello, Gary. Good to have you.
Good to be here as well, and Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year to you too. What's going on at the moment? From waiting to see when this game would be played again, if it indeed was going to be played again, to seeing the video of CAF revealing the identity of the teams that will be that have made it to the group stage of the CAF Champions League and putting Hilal in there at the expense of Asante Kotoko. What's the feeling in Kotoko camp now? Have they got like a correspondence from CAF saying that the game will not be played and that they have been thrown out?
Well, what's happening is that just this morning, we had a few Kotoko officials tweeting very cryptically saying that they had sent emails to CAF that had not been responded. And they were wondering why, once the emails had not been responded, CAF had gone ahead to give Hilal the pass to the next stage of the Champions League. And then came more from Kotoko officials on radio that they were heading to the Court of Arbitration for Sport to go and get clarity on the matter. What is their case? It's quite simple, really. They claim that, as you know, per the CAF rules, Hilal as the home team are supposed to supervise through a team of doctors that Kotoko will choose. That is, Kotoko or the away team are given the opportunity to choose a medical facility of their choice where the COVID-19 test results are going to be done. Now, according to Kotoko, the results were sent from this hospital to Hilal, who then tampered with the results. That's a claim that Kotoko are making and will make at the Court of Arbitration for Sport. They say that because the test results were tampered with, they do not believe that the players who were said to be COVID-19 were actually COVID-19 positive. And they claim that furthermore, they have done an independent test with another hospital in Sudan, which shows that the initial results that were brought by Hilal were incorrect. So that is their claim. And they say that they reported the matter swiftly through the Ghana Football Association to CAF, who have not given them a response, but have gone ahead to give Hilal a pass into the next stage. And so they'll take it to the Court of Arbitration for Sport.
That is a really serious situation. And then there's the problems that have bedeviled the team over the last couple of weeks also have been very, very. There was talk of a player mutiny in the build-up to this return leg that never held. What's the situation at the moment? There was talk about some players maybe getting sacked after the game for their part in what was called a mutiny. What is the status of that right now?
The context to that bit of news is that Asante Kotoko have been owing their players what amounts to a couple of bonuses and per diems from their previous trips in the CAF Champions League and also domestic matches here in Ghana. Now, the players chose to make their grievances known and to issue a threat when they went to Sudan to play Hilal. So, according to the report we are getting, the senior players got in touch with the CEO. He did not respond. And so they decided to take matters into their own hands to threaten what you call a mutiny, but basically to boycott training before the Hilal game. That matter was sorted. And again, these are unconfirmed reports that once they get to Ghana, some of the players will be sacked because of these acts of disobedience. Again, these are unconfirmed. But it all goes into the larger picture of a bit of instability at the club because the CEO who is currently in charge of the team is seen by certain quarters as not being accessible enough, and hence he's not getting the kind of traction and camaraderie that people would want a CEO to have with stakeholders in the team. That's essentially it.
Oh, and there's the talk that the news came out late last night, and of course today, that Sami Kufuor might be in the running to be the guy to fix the problems at Asante Kotoko.
Well, a couple of years ago, he was actually this close to becoming the CEO, but due to some infractions that he committed. So in plain terms, the Asante Kotoko team belongs to, in principle, the monarch,
yes,
the Asante Hene, who is the overlord of the Ashanti kingdom. And in Ghanaian tradition, when you agree something with a monarch, you don't go announcing it. The announcement must come from the monarch side. Now, this is all a few years ago, obviously. The news at the time was that Sami Kufuor went to grant an interview to a television station here saying that, yes, he had been given the job, which amounted traditionally to disrespect to the crown, and so he was not given the job. But, as they always say, quality will always rise to the top. And so they've gone back in circles, and the reports are that they are going back and speaking to him. The board of directors are speaking to Sami Kufuor to come and take up the reins of the club. We are yet to see if that will happen.
All right, finally, let's talk about this, Gary. The stir it caused. Asamoah Gyan returned to the Ghanaian Premier League to start for Legon Cities, and he hasn't quite made the impact that a lot of people expect. He hasn't started the game. He's expected to return later tonight when they're in action in the GPL. That's Legon City. What's going on with Asamoah Gyan at Legon City? Is he the kind of player that they expected to bring in and have results on the pitch because they are bottom of the Ghana Premier League? Or was he just to bring attention to the club? Was that just a branding stunt?
Well, obviously, they knew that signing him will bring them attention, and it has. They've got interviews from the BBC, DW, all manner of international networks, even the Premier League. I've done a small documentary on him. I know because I did that interview. So that bit has been done. They've got international attention. But beyond that, you want to sign a player of his caliber in order to get some of his experience and shine to rub off the team currently. Unfortunately, that has not happened for multiple reasons. One, Jan is physically not what he used to be. He had injury upon injury, at the start of last year, all through last year, and he barely played games for his club, Northeast United in India. So it was quite farcical to expect that, you are going to sign him and he was going to be better overnight. And that has proven to be the case. He has yet to start a game with them. Even the last two Premier League games before this one, saw what amounted to a lot of rumor, just like you are saying today. It was headline news in the news, not just in the sports news, but in the general news columns in Ghana that he was going to start. It did not happen because the coach said he was not ready. So, we have also heard today that he's going to start, but I think we should slow down on that a bit because physically, honestly, he's not up to it at the moment.
All right. Thank you very much, Gary, for talking to us on In the Game. As usual, very detailed. We hope to hear from you in the coming days.